Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Justin. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, which really, I'm pretty much new here too. I'm just kind of revamping this channel. I made some videos a few years back. I was doing some guitar lesson videos and that sort of thing, as well as a few demos. It's been a while, so I'm getting back into it and plan on doing this full force now. A little background, I'm a music teacher for a living. I teach guitar, piano, as well as ukulele primarily. That's been great. I'm super thankful to be able to do that. It's just a huge blessing in my life, to say the least. But anyway, what we're really here to talk about today is I'm going to do a demo, as well as give you some kind of close-up shots of this tremolo here. This is the tremolo from GFS, from Guitar Fetish. So this is the heavy-duty dual locking Floyd Rose trim from Guitar Fetish. The reason I decided to do this is because I realized there's not a whole lot of demos or reviews on this that I could find on YouTube, which I feel like is really strange. Normally, any kind of guitar gear or anything from Guitar Fetish, usually there's quite a few reviews you can find, and there's only like a couple I could really find on this, and one of them, the guy didn't really demo it. He was just kind of showing it and talking about it a little bit, that sort of thing. So anyway, I want to demo this. So in case there's any of you guys out there that's thinking about getting one of these to upgrade the trim on your guitar, you don't want to spend a ton of money and get like an original Floyd Rose that's like $400 or $500, however much it is, something like that. Then this is a good option. These are, I think $79.95 if I'm not mistaken on Guitar Fetish. It's made of brass and steel, so the top part here and all the components up top, saddles and everything, are steel, and then you have a brass sustain block in the back, which is awesome. And I will say this thing is super heavy when you hold it. I know when I got out of the box, it definitely feels very heavy duty. It feels like it's made really well. But yeah, so I was having trouble keeping the trim in tune here, keeping the guitar in tune when it had the stock Jackson tremolo. I felt like no matter how I adjusted it, it just kept going out of tune with, even just small dial bombs and stuff. I was really having trouble dialing it in. And I love these Jackson guitars. This is the JS Series 32Q, I believe. So this is totally stock. This guitar, stock pickups. I will say too, the locking nut up here is the one that came on the guitar, because the nut that actually came with this Guitar Fetish tremolo didn't fit this guitar. It was actually too wide. So I left this one on here. But I will say the nut that it came with also seems to be very good quality. I haven't used it, of course, like I said, so it's too big, but still. So this is stock still. All the tuners are stock, everything. Except for the tremolo, and the springs and stuff. It comes with the springs, a couple wrenches, and of course the tremolo and the tremolo arm. So really, this has been really great. I've spent some time with this. I spent years and years playing Floyd Rose guitars. So I'm pretty familiar with them and, kind of how they work. And it's, it's a very simple setup. But, if you're like me, you might either love Floyd Roses or hate them, or kind of a little of both, and that's sort of where I fall into the spectrum. But I love them. They can be a pain, but if you get them dialed in good, you have a good one that's made well, then the tuning isn't as much of an issue. It's something you can really just rock out and not have to worry about as much, and they're great in that sense. Anyway, though, we'll get into a little bit of playing. So for this demo, I'm of course using this guitar, and I'm just playing it straight into a Boss Katana 50 Mark II. I do have other amps I could use, but I feel like, most of you guys, or a lot of you guys out there, do have katanas. It's very popular. They do sound great. And they're more of an affordable amp. I felt like I would just keep this as fair as possible and, not use one of my, like, quote, better amps, that cost more money, that maybe, that's more, I don't want to say unattainable, but that's harder to get, of course, for some people, because the stuff can be expensive. So I'm just using a katana. I'm running straight into the katana. There's no pedals or anything before it. I'm on the brown setting with the gain a little over halfway. The EQ's pretty much straight up the middle, nothing crazy. And then I've got a little bit of delay and reverb dialed in, and that's pretty much it. So really simple sort of setup. I'll give you kind of a demo of how this sounds and how the tremolo operates, all that kind of stuff. So let's keep going. So far, staying in tune pretty well. So let's give it a good one here. There it is, the dom spool. So yeah. All right, so after, some somewhat heavy usage there, it does sound like maybe one of the higher strings might have slipped out a little bit. But also, I don't know, maybe not. It still sounds good, right? So regardless, this is holding tune well enough so far. Without a doubt that it's, you could use it and play it at band practice or whatever, and it still sound good. It's definitely usable, even if there is something. But it's still in really well. Definitely not bad at all. Yeah, so it definitely has good sustain. That's one thing I will say with this tremolo versus the stock Jackson one. I definitely feel like the sustain is just killer. Pretty nice with compared to how it was before by far. And I'm not using like any of the boosts or anything like that that's built into the amp. Like I said, this is just straight into the brown channel with just delay and reverb, right? So if you wanted some like really crazy sustain, you of course could engage a boost pedal, use a boost pedal in front of the amp, or use the boost that's built into it, of course. Pretty awesome, man. I definitely have no complaints. All right, so I'm gonna give you some close-ups here of what the tremolo looks like and all that kind of stuff. And for whatever reason, I don't know if any of you guys are like me out there. Even when a guitar's not plugged in, an electric guitar, I still turn up the volume knob as if it is. I don't know why. It's just one of those weird habits I have. But anyway, so this is what it looks like a little bit more close up. Yeah, so as you can tell, it looks like it's made very well. The fine tuners and everything work great. Literally the only complaint I have about this is that when the tremolo arm, you can tighten it to here, and then it's, you can't really tighten it anymore, or I feel like you're going to strip it out. So anyway, you just kind of have to let it hang here. It's not the sort of tremolo bar that just stays in place. Wherever you want to put it, that sort of thing. It just kind of hangs down. This is just a matter of preference, like I prefer it to sort of stay in place. and I can keep it somewhere around here, and then I can just grab it real easily when I need to. As opposed to if it's like, you know, I'm in playing position, which I'm sitting down now, but I'm saying if I was standing up, you know, this is just hanging down here, so you really got to reach down to grab it when you want to use it. And some people prefer that because it's more out of the way. It's just hanging down here. It's not as much in the way as if it's in place here. So it's, you know, it's a matter of preference, just kind of nitpicky there. So nothing major, but, you know, like I said, I do prefer it to just stay sort of in position here more. But anyway, so yeah, there's another little bit closer up. You can tell I need to polish it a bit. You know, I've been playing it, so it's a little dusty and whatnot, but still super shiny and just got that super chromed out sort of look, which is cool, especially with the finish on this guitar. I feel like it's just awesome. And then here's the back. I've got the cover off, of course, so you can see the brass trim block and kind of see inside of it. Yeah, really, really good stuff. So yeah, those are the springs that came with the tremolo that I have in there. No complaints there. They also seem to be super well made. Yeah, awesome. Anyway, so we'll end it there. Like I said, I just wanted to give sort of a quick demo of this, that sort of thing. I just did this in one take because honestly, you know, I'm not trying to like make my playing sound perfect on here right now. You know, it's just, it is what it is. This is the first time I played it today. I just plugged in and decided to make this video. Nothing wrong with, of course, people that, you know, edit their stuff and do multiple takes. There's going to be times where I do that too, of course. But for this, you know, it's just a demo. Not too worried about, you know, obviously I'm making some mistakes when I played, you know. It's all good. That's part of the experience, in my opinion, you know. Sometimes we make mistakes, of course. Anyway, so we'll end it there. If you like this video, just subscribe to the channel, please. Give it a thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. I've got a lot of ideas for demoing some guitar gear and things that I feel like there's not a lot of info about out there, a lot of reviews on, and that's kind of one of the goals of this channel. And I'll probably also have some guitar lessons and tutorials and just various things, you know, all things guitar. That's what I'm all about. So yeah, thank you so much. You have a great day, and thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon.